What's up everybody, I'm Brian from I Want Tesla, and today I'm going to give you my likes and dislikes of the Tesla Model Y. Now these are my opinions off of owning the car for 3 months now and 5,600 miles. I've taken a few trips and I've got a long trip with the family coming up here in a couple weeks. I've done some long trips, I've done some city driving, and I've done some track driving, as well as a little bit of off-roading. So I've got a fair idea of what I like and what I dislike about the car. I've got a long list, and which one would you like to hear first? The dislikes? Okay, we'll do those first. Now, the dislikes are very hard to come up with because, you know, as you know, Tesla people are not very picky. I'm just kidding. This is probably the pickiest bunch of people I've ever met in my life, but these are my very, very picky things that I don't like about the car. We're going to start off with the range loss of the 21-inch wheels. Now, I have different wheels that are on here. These are 21-inch wheels, but these are a lot lighter, and I'm going to be doing some track tests. I already did a long drive, but it rained. That kind of was a bust. But I'm going to take it on the track and see what it does. I feel a little difference because I took it through the tail of the Dragon, and there'll be a video link to that. And I noticed an extra jump out of the turns with these lot lighter tires. Now I have the stock ones right here, which actually are for sale. If you're in the Charlotte area, I don't want to ship these things, so if you want to drive to Charlotte area, I am going to sell these. These have about 15 to 2,000 miles on them. Not much use on the track. We actually didn't do any hot laps on these because I knew I was going to sell these. So this is just regular normal driving. I do love these. These are signature wheels. And like I said, I do have more testing coming up on them. And I do want to do another range test like I did with these wheels and see what the watt hour per mile was. Because those aren't bad. It's just we're going to see if these are better. Second thing is paint quality. The paint quality on this was bad. Now you can't really tell now because I do have a stealth PPF wrap from Expel. It's over the entire car, and then I put black vinyl over the roof and actually over the whole thing, the hood and the deck lid, and then down the side. We were just playing around at Sunstoppers here in Charlotte. If you're looking for any detail work or protection, Sunstoppers does that plus window tint. Third thing I don't like is the factory floor mats. They're not really cheap, not like something you would get in a used car, but they're not great. And you know, a lot of people have upgraded to different floor mats, like the rubber floor mats. I actually put my order in at Teslarati, the 3D all-weather floor mats that they have. The Max Spider mats, they're the best floor mats, what I've heard from most Tesla owners. They are wonderful mats. Teslarati has an exclusive deal with the manufacturer where they're going to get the first shipment of these mats coming in. And they're going to be shipping them out from California. If you order through Teslarati, you're going to get them first. They are all the floor mats plus the trunk and frunk liners, which is really nice. From what I hear, and I've seen them in other people's cars, from what I hear, they're known for their precision and they just fit perfectly. There's some mats that you have to actually put out in the sun and kind of get to fit. These, you don't have to do that. They are going to fit. The only issue with this is because of COVID and everything, it's taken a little longer. So it doesn't look like they will be able to be shipped until August, but right now, Teslarati is doing a pre-order where it's first come, first serve. So I got in there first. There'll be a link down below for that. Another thing I don't really like is the tire sizes that Tesla chooses. Now these factory tires here, they're really nice, but the rim sticks out a little bit from the tire. They could have went with a wider tire, and I understand why they do that is because the wider the tire, the more drag there is. So they want skinnier tires, and that's why we went with these for these test wheels, because these are not mine. But we wanted to go with the same factory front tire all the way around, a square setup as they call it. I could have went quite a bit wider, and they would have looked a lot better, in my opinion. Next thing is wind noise. Not just because of the roof racks do make a little noise, but even without those roof racks on there, there is wind noise from the windshield area. I think at the top of the windshield where the two glass meet, I think I'm getting some wind noise there. I'm not sure, but it's gotten worse. It was actually really quiet when I first picked it up. It wasn't bad at all, and now it seems to be getting a little bit worse. So I think as the car settles in with now, like I said, 5,500 miles on it. It is just making a little bit more wind noise. Kind of a bummer thing for me is no track mode. Since I do go to the track with Kyle from Out of Spec Motoring, this would be nice to have track mode so we can play with it and kind of do some things. Do I think it'll come out in the future? Probably. They will probably come out with an update where track mode is available. We do have off-road mode. You can't use off-road mode on the track. Off-road mode just actually lengthens the accelerator pedal, almost like chill mode, so you don't spin as much. It'd be really great to do track mode because I know a lot of people are going to lower these things and get some nice tires on there and take them to the tracks. Last two things. The steering, it's a little different than the 3. The 3 drives amazingly. It just tracks perfectly. The steering is nice and tight. This has a little bit of floating feel. Yes, it's a bigger car, it's up a little bit higher, but it does have a little bit of floating feel to it, and it's just a little off. It's hard to explain. Kyle noticed it when we were on the racetrack. It's not bad. I'm not saying it's terrible. It's something you get used to, but going from a Model 3 to the Model Y, it is noticeable. The last dislike, and these are kind of minor things, is the trunk and the frunk, the alignment really. Well, not so much the alignment on the front. My front is really nice, but it's very loud when it opens. You hit the trunk button and it's like a grenade goes off, and then it opens up. I mean, it doesn't open automatically. I'm still working on that. But the trunk, the fitment issues are still there. And I haven't really contacted Tesla because of COVID. I know they're doing certain jobs like safety jobs first. So I am going down Tuesday to talk to somebody. I'm going to bring up the trunk and see if they can move it forward. It needs to move to the front like a quarter of an inch because I'm actually getting water back there. All right, so those were the dislikes. And yes, those were very minor. They're really picky. I kind of struggled to come up with some of them really. I do really love this car. This is an amazing car, and I call it a car because it's really not an SUV. I think it's the best car Tesla makes right now. Will change eventually, but this is the best car that they make. So what do I really like about the car? I really like the ride of the vehicle for everyday use, getting in and out of the car. I'm 6'5". I have the camera up really high so I don't look so tall, but I am 6'5", so getting in and out of this, it's a lot easier for me. For everyday use, this is amazing. Getting in and out of the 3 for a tall guy is a little bit difficult as you get older, I guess. And the S is even worse. So it's a lot like getting into the Model X, but you don't have such a big car as the Model X. Best everyday car. This is a performance model, so I love the speed. The speed is amazing. You don't have to go and through a sequence and warm the battery up to get it to launch or anything like that. It just goes. You smash the pedal and it goes. A lot of people like to race at stoplights, and this thing blows them out of the water even when I only have like 70% battery. So the speed is addicting for Tesla people. The next thing I love is the charging times. This has the same charging platform as the Model 3 or the ratio as the Model 3, so this charges super fast. Now we're gonna be taking this on vacation because I don't want to take the Model X because that charges a lot slower. About the same range, but this charges so much faster, so we're in and out of the superchargers. You only have to sit there for 15 minutes to get to the next supercharger. It just makes your trip go by that much faster. The next thing I would think of is the looks. This looks very, very nice. I think it's a different look than the Model 3. The Model 3 looks sporty-ish. This is a version of that. I kind of like the X and the 3 had a baby, and this was produced. I think it's gonna be a timeless design, which is good because Tesla doesn't like to change the vehicles very often. I love the towing feature on this as well. I added the aftermarket hitch, which is only $300 instead of the $1,000 hitch from Tesla. It's nice to have that option, and you have 3,500 pounds of towing capabilities. Haven't done any towing yet, but I am working on that. I got the lights that I'm going to be hooking up, and I'm going to have that video next week for you. And then I will tow something, but the option is there. Just like the roof rack. The roof rack I got from Tesla. It is expensive, a little pricey, $450 for 2 bars, 2 aluminum bars, but it is really nice, especially since my niece and nephew are here. We've been loading 4 paddle boards on the top of that thing and taking them to the lake and having a great time. The other day I went to IKEA to buy a new desktop. When I walked up to the car, I just pulled the little latches and the seats fold down so I can slide it right in. Those things are great when they work. They didn't work in the beginning because they weren't connected. That's why I say that. It doesn't motorize back up. Or down really, it just releases it, but it's very convenient. The storage space inside of here, I was able to fit what is this? 5 foot by 3 foot tabletop inside here with ease. So the storage is really nice. The front is just a little bit bigger than the Model 3 and the trunk is quite a bit bigger. There's so much space in this thing and like I said, best car. Autopilot. I just did a video about this yesterday really. Well, depending when you watch this, but yesterday I took autopilot with version 20.16 I think it was. I have version 20 now and it's the same thing, but autopilot is so much better. It's not reacting to what the road does too late. It's predicting what the road's going to do. It's thinking like a human more and more, which is amazing. And I think autopilot on the Y and the X do a little bit better because these front cameras are up a little bit higher and it can see better than it can in the Model 3 and the Model S. It's my opinion. And the last thing that I really love about this thing is the glass roof. It is one giant piece of glass. And I missed that actually in the Model S that we had. We had a 75D Model S and all that huge piece of glass, that was so nice. Now this is the same thing. You're sitting up higher though, so this is the best of everything that Tesla has made so far. You get in and out easier, charging, speed, the glass roof, the storage, everything is better with this Model Y. There's just a couple nitpicky things that's probably me or some other Tesla people. And you might have your own nitpicky things that you don't like about the car. And now Tesla is offering this on the referral program where you can give someone 1,000 miles. If you're looking for a Model Y, use someone's referral code, get 1,000 miles. Don't use my referral code. I've gotten everything from Tesla. Use a friend's code. Almost everyone has a code now. Use someone's code so you get 1,000 miles and they get 1,000 miles. Don't use someone else's that has a bunch either. Use someone that can really use those miles so they can take a trip this summer. But I don't know if you can tell, I really do love the car. It is one of the best cars this is one of the best cars I've ever bought. Yeah, I would have to say this is the best car I've ever bought. I do like the 3 still. The 3 is a great car. That's more of a driver's car, I think, if you're going to go if you're going to take it on track or you like to drive really fast all the time. But this is the best everyday car. And I'm excited for what Tesla brings out in the future. New batteries, Cybertruck, Roadster, what else? So, minivan? I don't think they should make a minivan. Tesla is super exciting right now. You can't go wrong buying a Tesla, new or used. So as always, I hope you liked it. Hope you didn't dislike this, but stay awesome, stay positive, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya. If you want to buy my wheels, either ones, email me, but I'm not going to ship them. So if you're close, that's awesome. Or I can meet you part way too. So thanks everyone.